Hi, this is Jennifer Woods, and I'm going to talk about Dave Berg's Teach Like a Pirate. I've included in this presentation what I found very interesting in the book and what I would like to incorporate and think about in my future classroom and over the next however many years of my career. So he begins by talking about passion and immersion and the importance of staying passionate about this career and incorporating your personal passions into your classroom to make it more exciting for both you and the students. And he also discusses immersion, the importance of participating with the kids and make them feel like you really care and include them in your life. He also talks about the importance of rapport, which is a safe and supportive classrooms where students feel valued. And I would like to have a really strong rapport in my classroom. So one point he brought up is how much it helps with classroom management, which is a great component, and to build discussions based on students' interests because they know that you're thinking about them and listening to what they say, and making connections in presentations with their interests. And then this is something I really liked was just getting out of the class and maybe going to your student's football game and discussing it the next day and showing them that you saw them. And allowing clubs in your room at lunchtime. It makes them feel comfortable in your classroom and you get to know them. So I would like to do all of that. Now he talks about the first 3 days of school, and he had so many great ideas that I would like to incorporate. So first he talked about creating a unique experience for students so they don't come into your classroom just dreading the syllabus day. So having a sign on the door, maybe playing music as they come in. He had a great idea with the Play-Doh, where kids got to play with Play-Doh and build something that described them, so it lets them be creative. And trying to allow the students to get to know everyone's names, because most of the time students don't know everyone's names, and it doesn't create a classroom culture if people do not know who's sitting next to them. And trying to create like a collaborative activity to begin to kind of create a community in the classroom. And then other tips is that I really was fond of is just not to begin with the syllabus, to kind of start with an introduction and to finish all the administrative work before greeting them so you get that out of the way and you can just focus on your students, and then selling your class to your students and telling them why it's going to be great the whole year. Then he talks about crafting and engaging lessons, and he talks about the different types of hooks you can use to craft a lesson. So you can incorporate any of these hooks in any type of lesson, which I would like to incorporate them in my classroom. So he talked about the kinesthetic hook, which is just like throwing a ball or having the students get up and walk around instead of just sitting in their seats the whole period. Or using props. The people prop I liked is using students as graphs, and that would be awesome in math, and just having them get up and move around to have them understand the activity. Also the safari hook, where you have them actually get out of class. That's a fun activity. Or allowing them to be creative and use art. It really helps students retain information. And then the music hook, which is allowing them to create raps or songs. Or the dance drama hook, which is maybe they appear in videos or you create a video, or a skit allows them to be interactive with each other. Creating lessons. So you want to incorporate hobbies or interests of students. So a way that you could do that is incorporating real world applications, apply your lesson just to personal lives, talking about how life-changing it could be in their own life, or just comparing it to reality TV. I know I love The Bachelorette, and I had a teacher compare a lesson to The Bachelorette, and it just sold me completely on the lesson. And then creating a stage. I really like this idea specifically, which is decorating the wall and rearranging the desk, or right on the board before class, something super interesting. So they're thinking about, oh, what is this talking about? Instead of just thinking about, what happened at nutrition or lunch. Or just coming in an outfit for a presentation and not dressing professional that day just because your presentation is something that you want students to grasp on. And then allowing students to come up and volunteer, and this could just be having them come up to the board, just getting them out of their seats so the rest of the students can see them. Another thing that he discussed that was important is standing and delivering a presentation. So giving a really interesting story to bring in the students' attention, or just building up how exciting your lesson is going to be. Or just creating a pause where students are like, what is going on? What is happening? Maybe creating a movie trailer for your lesson to kind of like have them be like, oh, wow, we're going to do this in the next few days. Kind of get them excited. I also like the idea of a Facebook fan page. Like, just creating a Facebook fan page saying, oh, this is what we're doing tomorrow. How excited is everyone? Or design lessons to take advantage of reality TV. I've been in classes where they've done Survivor and all of that, and it really does increase engagement. Or use the latest apps. Having them work with Facebook or Snapchat or things that they're really interested in is engaging. Now, another important thing is to continue to grow as a teacher. And by doing this, you're continuously doing this as you go on. So you're constantly learning new things. So talking to other educators about meaningful conversations, reading about math, or going to conferences, such as the conference we just had in San Diego, and learning more and what to incorporate, or to communicate with educators on site, through Twitter. There's so much available online. And then also, don't allow yourself to be a doctrine of a particular program. Don't just use one thing. Reach out and use different things, not just one consecutive lesson that you use for 20 years. And most important that I really grasp from this is staying enthusiastic and showing students you want to be there. And you want students to come back to you and tell you that they miss your class. I know they do that to my guide teacher, and it makes me happy. So I took so much out of this book, and this was probably my favorite book I've read all year.